segment 4, Charlie, I'd like to go to grand strategies and the question of America, its place in history and in the world today. Need to creep up on the subject, but let's just. You've got a chapter in here entitled "America: A New Idea," and you write, quote, "One of history's great rhetorical events, 1550 debate." One of the things I love about this book is you start by thinking, I wonder what Charlie makes of today, and the way you get there is by immediately surrendering 4.5 centuries. All right, Debate 1550 takes place in Spain, Bartolomé de las Casas and Juan Ginés de Sepúlveda. And I hope I get extra credit because I practiced the pronunciation. All right, tell us about that debate.
That's one in which the Spanish clerics, intellectuals, looking at the Spanish seaboard empire, began to question, because of their religious convictions, is this really being done in the proper way in terms of the church and our God? And the debate is a powerful one. It goes on with a lot of vividness, and the outcome is that the natives that they're encountering have souls. A stunning idea. And if they have souls, then there's certain things we can't do to them because, and here's the source of human rights. It's in fact the source of sovereignty within a state. It is that a soul is what makes us all equal. You know, you're a good-looking guy, I'm not, that's not fair. You can play the nose flute, I can't,
Yeah,
that's
you're
not
a smart
fair.
guy and I'm not so smart. That's okay,
And isn't
right.
that we were naturally unequal? But the one thing that cannot be denied, if you follow that and believe it, you got a soul, I got a soul, those souls are equal.
So it is no accident, it is no mere rhetorical flourish that Thomas Jefferson writes that they are endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights.
Exactly, exactly. And here is where America becomes universal, because everybody in the world, no matter what ethnicity or what color or what gender, what religion, they've all got souls. And America is for that universal purpose. It also means freedom, because the soul is independent and has rights. So America stands for that. And it's the beginning. It's a very simple idea, but it's huge. And it makes, and I think in the book, you can see in one section after another that America is really distinctive. It's, you know, the debate that's been going on in is America exceptional? And certainly the faculties and the intellectuals say, no, it's not. The president says, no, it's not.
Let me quote you. President Obama, speaking in France last year, quote, "I believe in American exceptionalism, just as I suspect that the Brits believe in British exceptionalism and the Greeks believe in Greek exceptionalism." That's the President of the United States.
Then he doesn't understand America. And that may be what John Bolton is driving at when he says this is the first post-American president. If he reads the book, he'll understand America. It is exceptional. And the world knows that too.
And you also now, in discussing the 1550, of course, it's a jump from the 1550 debate in Salamanca to the debates that take place over the Declaration of Independence and later over the Constitution in Philadelphia. But the notion of the human soul, but you also make a point in that chapter, America, a New Idea, about the distinction between the substantive ideology and the agreement to live according to procedural rules, which comes out in those, the Southerners have their religion and view and way of life, the New Englanders have another, and in Philadelphia you get this kind of flowering of the substantive notion, right? I'm asking you to take it.
Yeah, and I think that you can see this most clearly in Federalist 10. In fact, there's one paragraph in
That's
Federalist...
Hamilton, isn't it?
That's Madison.
Madison, all right.
In one paragraph, which may be the most complex paragraph ever written anywhere, certainly in American political documents, it describes procedures. And the procedures are to let everybody have their way, because that will cancel out attempts by one faction or another to seize power and take away our liberties. And the way you have to do this to make it work is through property rights. And in this one paragraph, there are levels of property rights and there are degrees of property rights. And you get the idea eventually that what he's talking about in Federalist 10 is that everybody gets the right to have property and that they'll be rich, they'll be poor. This is why in America the poor, and there's a faculty, intellectual kind of idea, why don't the poor soak the rich? Well, it's because in America, the poor think, I can be rich too.
Right.
There's not that resentment. And because in Federalist 10, we're all allowed to do all of these things in order that the freedoms we have, the cross currents, will keep the whole thing going without it shaking apart. I think I mentioned in here, in Vietnam, I was about to get on board a helicopter, and the pilot says to me, a helicopter is 10,000 pieces of metal, each one trying to tear all the others apart. And that's a great, I said, that's a great image for what America is. Right. It's sort of, let it all go. And that will keep our liberties. If you start to cut them down, then you're going to, by nature, you're going to be favoring one faction over another. Let them all roll. It actually means that lobbyists are good.
Right.
Because the more lobbyists, the better.